We thought that that was a good one to have Alejandro be Al than the wolf. We just have to remember to, his sneezes, they're working on his sneezes.
Everybody knows the story of the little pigs. At least they think they do. But I'll let you know nobody knows the real story. Nobody knows everything my side of the story. I'm the wolf. I've named a few wolves. You call me out.
No one knows just how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong.
Maybe it is because wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way they are. If sheep are good wolves, folks should probably think people were big and bad too. Way back in once upon a time, our friend the wolf was making a birthday cake for his dear old granny. He had a terrible sneezing cold, and he had run out of sugar to make the cake. So he walked down the street, asked his neighbor for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor was a pig,
And he wasn't a very white pig either.
he built his whole house out of straw.
Can you imagine building a house out of straw? No one in their right mind would build their house out of straw. So of course, the minute Al the wolf knocked on the door fell down onto the ground.
He didn't just want to walk right into someone else's house, so he called out,
Little pig, are you in your house? I, your neighbor Al.
No answer.
Al was just about to go home without the cup of sugar he needed to make his dear old granny a birthday cake, when his nose started to itch.
he felt a sneeze coming on.
Well, he huffed, and he snuffed,
And he sneezed a great sneeze.
Achoo.
and you know what? That whole darn straw house just fell down to the ground. And look, and there in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. The whole time Al had been at the front door.
It seemed like a shame to just leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in a pile of straw so the wolf ate it up.
You, the audience, just think of it as a big juicy burger just lying there on the plate.
I was feeling a little better after his sneeze, but he still did not have his cup of sugar.
So we went to the next neighbor's house.
Now this neighbor was the first little pig's bundle. He was a little spoiled, but not much. He had built his house out of sticks. I'll ring the bell.
But no,
At the door. But nobody answered. So he called out, Mr. Pig, are you home?
and this time the pig yelled out,
Go away, wolf. You can't come into my house. I'm saving the hairs in my tin. But I just need you to fire me, I said. I told you before I told you saving my hairs on my tin.
All of a sudden, Al felt another sneeze coming on.
He tried to cover his mouth with a paw, but he still sneezed a light sneeze. He huffed and he snuffed.
Achoo.
And you're not going to believe it, but after that ginormous sneeze, this guy's house fell down too, just like his brother's.
When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig lying in a pile of sticks, dead as a doornail.
On my wolf's honor. You know, wolves will spoil if you just leave it out in the open.
So the wolf did the only thing there was to do. He had dinner again.
I was only using my senses.
Think of this as his second helping.
He was getting awfully full from eating, but his coat was beginning to feel a bit foul. And he still did not have the cup of sugar that he needed to make a cake for his dear old granny. So I walked next door to the last neighbor's house.
This guy was the first and second little pig's older brother.
He must have been the brains of his family because he had built his house out of bricks.
The wolf knocked on the door of the brick house. No one answered.
And you know that rude little worker said?
Get out of here, wolf, and don't bother me again. Talk about being impolite, but I just need to have a cup of sugar to make a cake for my dear old granny. I told you to back up. Go home. And he did not give Allie a cup of sugar.
He probably had a whole bag of sugar in one chair.
What a pig! Maybe I better just make my dear old granny a nice birthday cup of sugar.
Feeling sad, the wolf was just about to go home when he felt the sneeze coming on.
He huffed and he snuffed. break down the brick house's door.
Was huffing and stuffing and huffing and stuffing the whole time they were trying to speak Russian.
This caused quite a scene.
Then the news reports found out that I had eaten not one but 2 pigs for dinner. They did not think a sick guy and eating them true was a very sad story.
So they jazzed up the story so that huff and puff could blow your house down.
And that's how they lived in the big land.
That's it. The real story about how the wolf was framed. Dun 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 dun.